That's in-game box score brought to you by Spectrum. Pete Alonso with a second inning home run that scratched out a couple of runs driven in by Canna and Escobar in the fourth. This Bassett has gone 7, and now at 91 pitches, we'll see whether he's done for the day or not. Meanwhile, the Mets will face the 5th Marlins pitcher of the day. Jimmy Yacabonis comes in to face Pete Alonso leading off in the 8th.
Boy, Yacabonis was so good as Lugo's up throwing, and he's throwing hard. Yacabonis was so good yesterday in the top of the 9th inning. Struck out the side. See if he can repeat that effort. Hard to do sometimes as a reliever back-to-back.
Yesterday's game, he faced Alonso, Guillorme, and Canna. They'll get Alonso, Canna, and Davis in this 8th inning. Luke Williams is coming to play third base, replacing Astudillo. And that makes some sense, right? Astudillo just had to turn it back. He's not a good defensive player, and so he has come out. Meanwhile, Stallings and Lavensparger having some conversation after Stallings' dissatisfaction after being called out on strikes. Catchers always have to tread lightly when they argue with an umpire as a hitter. Alonso gets a breaking ball for a strike, and it's 1-1.
Yacabonis spent all of last year pitching for Tacoma, the AAA team of Seattle, so good for him. All that hard work paid off, and now in the big leagues again.
Another guy who's throwing his slider more than ever. 1-1 to Pete, who hit his 21st of the year. And that goes to the backstop with the slider, 2-1. Pete's home run was hit to right field over the short fence and off the railing. The few we've seen him hit to straightaway right. Hit his share to right center. Too many that close to the right field line. 21 home runs, 67 runs driven in for Alonso. Both numbers lead the National League. And Alonso takes a fastball for a strike, and it's 2-2.
Well, here's Pete's 21st home run of the year. Left-hander. Remember, he came into the game hitting 190 against lefties. And he went the opposite field, showing his opposite field power.
Had to be caught guessing there, right on the 2-1 fastball.
Another fastball that's been off the plate. It's 3-2. Canna on deck. So does he throw him a 3-2 slider, or does he try and throw him another fastball to try and get him out?
2 fastballs in a row. Very rarely see a reliever throw 3 in a row. I think it's going to be the hard slider.
You're looking for that? If you're Keith?
No, 2 strikes, Garrett. You got to just bear down and just go up the middle and be able to adjust to a breaking ball. It's going to make you vulnerable inside.
Stallings sets up away. And it's a fastball, and he drills it deep left center field. Headed toward the wall. It's out of here! Pete Alonso with his second of the day. And gives the Mets the lead in the top of the 8th. A laser beam. His 22nd of the year, and it's 4-3 New York. One fastball too many from Jimmy Yacabonis, and Alonso loses it, and the Mets lead in the 8th. .433 feet, 110 miles an hour off the bat. Second of the day for Alonso.
This pitch is above the belt. Pete's not a low ball hitter primarily. That's a belt high fastball. And I've seen him do that out over the plate. And he drives it into that left center field gap. I've seen him do it. You just can't leave it out over the plate. Belt high. Boy, boy.
That's why I said that, Gary. It's hard to throw a big league hitter the same speed, same pitch, 3 times in a row.
at that. Just perfect balance. Not even a overswing. He just is so strong.
Yacabonis struck out Pete yesterday, his first batter he faced, on a slider.
Very controlled swing by Pete.
Third time this year Pete's hit 2 in one game, 14th time in his career. And a huge spot in the 8th inning after the Marlins were able to come from 3 runs down to tie it. I want to go back to the pitch selection, Ronnie. You know, you were a pitcher coming out of the bullpen, and yes, he struck out Pete on a similar pitch yesterday, but it wasn't a tie score when he came in. It was a 2-run Met lead. And I wonder in a tie game if it changes the mindset as Canna goes down looking, in terms of not wanting to walk the leadoff hitter in an inning in a tie game. Does that affect the pitch selection?
Well, if you're a reliever coming in a big league ball game, you should be able to throw 2 pitches for a strike. So you're trying to decide what pitch you're going to throw, your fastball or your slider. It's very hard, I find, to throw unless you're throw 100. To be able to throw the same pitch, same speed to a big league hitter, a guy leading the league in RBIs, 3 in a row. It's almost impossible. I would never ever think you should do that. But in the same sense, it might be even double think. What had happened, he struck him out on the slider yesterday. Probably thinking Pete's looking for a slider, so I'm going to try to fool him with the fastball. Didn't work.
It's all that cat and mouse.
Yeah, it's
He could have thrown
part of the game.
Could have thrown that pitch and Pete could have popped it up.
Right.
You know? But he squared it.
J.D. Davis with 1 out.
And it's what you said, Keith. If he was looking for the slider, he would not have hit that ball 433 feet. He sat on the fastball, and he was going to make an adjustment to the breaking ball, and he got the fastball.
So if you were Yacabonis in that situation and you threw the slider, are you throwing it for a strike, or are you throwing it off the plate figuring that they'll chase it off?
No, I would throw it for a strike, 3-2. Because of the situation you said. Leadoff hitter, you can't walk him. So I'm trying to use the deception factor to get Pete to try to pull a slider that's down and away, but for a strike on the ground. And if he swings and misses, doubly great.
Oh, 2 to Davis. JD takes a fastball a little bit somewhere.
Boy, Leibensberger's been kind of a pitcher's umpire, and he just gave one to the hitter right there.
He's going to hear it from Stallings and from Hadley soon, though.
First home run that Yacabonis has allowed this year. In fact, he had not allowed but big league home runs in 2019. Just a handful of games. And that slider strikes out J.D. Davis. So back-to-back strikeouts for Yacabonis after the home run. Road Ahead brought to you by Dave's Colored Bread. Bread amplified. Final game of the series tomorrow is a noon start on Peacock. We're back with you on SNY Tuesday night from Citi Field. Mets and Astros. Schedule pockmarked with off days right now.
He's pitching right now.
In 8 days for the Mets.
I couldn't call you. I'm filming.
Get a little respite. Here's Escobar. Who drove in a run with a base hit of the 4th, 1 for 3 on the day.
Struck out yesterday.
So Luka getting ready for the bottom of the 8th. We'll have 9-1-2 in the order coming up for Miami.
Tell Chrissy his food.
It's giving Chris Bassett the lead. He's in line for his 6th win of the year.
Oh, listen, keep down the clock.
A perfect day by any means for Bassett. Gave up the 2 home runs, but he was able to limit the damage and throw strikes for most of the day.
You know what your record is going to be at the end of the year with this club? If you go 7 innings and give up 3 runs each pop, it'll be pretty good.
He struck the next 2
Not
guys
Zach
out.
Not Zach. Oh, he was great. He was.
Yes.
And Escobar chases a high fastball, and it's 1-2.
He's pitching good on us.
Jimmy Yacabonis, born in Elizabeth, Christian Brothers Academy, St. Joe's in Philly.
He's got a nice sweeping slider, makes it tough on right-hand hitters, which I'm sure he regrets throwing that fastball to Pete.
1-2 coming. And Escobar with a half strike
Yes.
run around strike 3. So for the second straight day, Yacabonis strikes out 3 in an inning, but not until after he gave up the home run to Alonso.
Yeah.
3 bats in the 8th.